Welcome back. You're watching DD India News. I am Tanvi Taneja. Time now for some sporting action. First news from badminton. Indian shuttler Tanya Hemant has won the women's singles title at the Saipan International Badminton Tournament in the Northern Mariana Islands on Saturday. 21-year-old Hemant outplayed Japan's Kane Sakai 15-10, 15-8 in the final. In this tournament, each game is played over 15 points instead of the conventional 21. This was her fourth international title. Tanya won the India International Tournament in 2022, the Iran Fajr International in 2023 and the Bendigo International in 2024. Indian Grandmaster Divya Deshmukh is set to compete in the open section of the FIDE Grand Swiss Competition 2025, scheduled to be held in Uzbekistan from 3rd to 15th of September. The 19-year-old confirmed her wildcard entry through social media. The open field promises fierce competition, featuring some of the strongest names in chess. Grandmaster Arjun Edgyasi and the world champion D. Gukesh are seeded as the top two, while R. Pragnananda and Nihal Sarin also feature in the top 20. Alongside Divya, Russian star Alexandra Goryachkina has opted to participate in the open category rather than the women's event. Two-time Olympic medalist Manu Bhaker will lead India's charge at the Asian Shooting Championship in Kazakhstan. Bhaker will compete in both the women's 10-meter and 25-meter air pistol events. Over 700 shooters from 28 countries will compete in Kazakhstan. India has sent the largest contingent, comprising 164 shooters for senior and junior events. The Indian senior shooting squad consists of 35 members who will compete for medals in 15 events. The medal events begin on Monday. So the wait is finally over. The Premier League has kicked off in style with champions Liverpool beginning their title defence against Bournemouth with a dominant 4-2 win. From Liverpool's title defence to Chelsea's squad overhaul and the chasing pack trying to close the gap, the new season promises plenty of drama as last season's top contenders once again gear up for the top prize in England. Here's a look at what to expect in EPL 2025.
Liverpool opened the new season on back of a dominant campaign.
Let's get you these visuals now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated two national highway projects in New Delhi. These projects are part of the government's comprehensive plan to decongest the national capital. The projects are aimed at improving connectivity, reducing travel time and easing traffic in Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi here inspecting the video of these Dwarka Expressway and the Urban Extension Road 2 project. So these projects will give a significant boost to infrastructure in the National Capital Region. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta also in attendance. The 10.1 kilometer long Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway has been developed at a cost of over 5,300 crore rupees. This section will provide connectivity to Yashobhumi, the Delhi Metro.
लाने वाली परियोजना द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे केवल एक राजमार्ग नहीं बल्कि इंजीनियरिंग और डिजाइन का अद्वितीय नमूना है। हरियाणा खंड का उद्घाटन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मार्च 2024 में किया था और अब द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का दिल्ली खंड तैयार है। दिल्ली खंड में शिव मूर्ति के पास स्थित इंटरचेंज तकनीकी दृष्टि से अत्यंत जटिल और नवाचार से भरपूर है। यहाँ 4 स्तरीय इंटरचेंज बनाया जा रहा है, जिसमें से 2 स्तर भूमिगत हैं। यह अनोखा ढांचा विभिन्न यातायात धाराओं को बिना किसी रुकावट के जोड़ता है। इसके साथ ही 8 लेन चौड़ी टनल और एयरपोर्ट क्षेत्र के नीचे से गुजरने वाली 4 लेन की विशेष एयरपोर्ट टनल यात्रियों को सीधे दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट से जोड़ती है। आधुनिक टनल मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम इसे देश की सुरक्षित और उन्नत सड़क संरचनाओं में शामिल करते हैं। सुरंग के बाद द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का एलिवेटेड कॉरिडोर अर्बन एक्सटेंशन रोड 2 और गुरुग्राम को जोड़ता है। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का एलिवेटेड कॉरिडोर एक मल्टी कनेक्टिविटी हब है जो यशोभूमि, बिजवासन रेलवे स्टेशन, दिल्ली मेट्रो को एक साथ जोड़ता है। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे के दिल्ली खंड के पूर्ण होने से सोनीपत, बहादुरगढ़, रोहतक और गुरुग्राम से एयरपोर्ट की दूरी और समय में भारी कमी आएगी। यहाँ 34 लेन का टोल प्लाजा भी तैयार किया जा रहा है। शिव मूर्ति स्थित इंटरचेंज NH 148 AE पर प्रस्तावित नई ट्विन ट्यूब सुरंग को भी जोड़ता है। लगभग 5 किलोमीटर लंबी यह प्रस्तावित टनल शिव मूर्ति इंटरचेंज से नेल्सन मंडेला मार्ग तक जाएगी और दिल्ली के साउथर्न ब्रिज के नीचे 20 से 40 मीटर गहराई में निर्मित होगी। सतह पर किसी भी प्रकार का हस्तक्षेप किए बिना यह पर्यावरण को संरक्षित रखते हुए यातायात को सहज और सिग्नल रहित बनाएगी। प्रत्येक ट्यूब में 3 लेन होंगी। हर 500 मीटर पर क्रॉस पैसेज और 2 विशेष ले बाय जोन होंगे। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे के दिल्ली तथा NH 148 AE की नई सुरंग केवल यातायात परियोजनाएं नहीं है, बल्कि दिल्ली NCR के लिए नई गति, सुरक्षित यात्रा और टिकाऊ विकास का प्रतीक है। यह वह दिशा है जहां आधुनिक तकनीक, पर्यावरण संरक्षण और यात्री सुविधा एक साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं। दिल्ली NCR के सड़क नेटवर्क में क्रांति लाने वाली परियोजना द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे केवल एक राजमार्ग नहीं, बल्कि इंजीनियरिंग और डिजाइन का अद्वितीय नमूना है। हरियाणा खंड का उद्घाटन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मार्च 2024 में किया था और अब द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का दिल्ली खंड तैयार है। दिल्ली खंड में शिव मूर्ति के पास स्थित इंटरचेंज तकनीकी दृष्टि से अत्यंत जटिल और नवाचार से भरपूर है। यहाँ 4 स्तरीय इंटरचेंज बनाया जा रहा है, जिसमें से 2 स्तर भूमिगत हैं। यह अनोखा ढांचा विभिन्न यातायात धाराओं को बिना किसी रुकावट के जोड़ता है। इसके साथ ही 8 लेन चौड़ी टनल और एयरपोर्ट क्षेत्र के नीचे से गुजरने वाली 4 लेन की विशेष एयरपोर्ट टनल यात्रियों को सीधे दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट से जोड़ती है। आधुनिक टनल मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम इसे देश की सुरक्षित और उन्नत सड़क संरचनाओं में शामिल करते हैं। सुरंग के बाद द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का एलिवेटेड कॉरिडोर अर्बन एक्सटेंशन रोड 2 और गुरुग्राम को जोड़ता है। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे का एलिवेटेड कॉरिडोर एक मल्टी कनेक्टिविटी हब है जो यशोभूमि, बिजवासन रेलवे स्टेशन, दिल्ली मेट्रो को एक साथ जोड़ता है। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे के दिल्ली खंड के पूर्ण होने से सोनीपत, बहादुरगढ़, रोहतक और गुरुग्राम से एयरपोर्ट की दूरी और समय में भारी कमी आएगी। यहाँ 34 लेन का टोल प्लाजा भी तैयार किया जा रहा है। शिव मूर्ति स्थित इंटरचेंज NH 148 AE पर प्रस्तावित नई ट्विन ट्यूब सुरंग को भी जोड़ता है। लगभग 5 किलोमीटर लंबी यह प्रस्तावित टनल शिव मूर्ति इंटरचेंज से नेल्सन मंडेला मार्ग तक जाएगी और दिल्ली के साउथर्न ब्रिज के नीचे 20 से 40 मीटर गहराई में निर्मित होगी। सतह पर किसी भी प्रकार का हस्तक्षेप किए बिना यह पर्यावरण को संरक्षित रखते हुए यातायात को सहज और सिग्नल रहित बनाएगी। प्रत्येक ट्यूब में 3 लेन होंगी। हर 500 मीटर पर क्रॉस पैसेज और 2 विशेष ले बाय जोन होंगे। द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे के दिल्ली तथा NH 148 AE की नई सुरंग केवल यातायात परियोजनाएं नहीं है, बल्कि दिल्ली NCR के लिए नई गति, सुरक्षित यात्रा और टिकाऊ विकास का प्रतीक है। यह वह दिशा है जहां आधुनिक तकनीक, पर्यावरण संरक्षण और यात्री सुविधा एक साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं।
Two landmark highway projects Today, the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway and the Urban Extension Road 2 project. So, both these projects have a combined cost of around 11,000 crore rupees, and the launch are part of the central government's broader plan to decongest Delhi and enhance connectivity across the region. What's important is that these projects will ease pressure on the inner and outer ring roads. So, travel from the different regions from Singhu border to say the Delhi airport will drop significantly, and the trips from different parts of Delhi from the north to the south of the national capital will be smoother. Goods movement will become faster. So, all this means shorter journeys, lower fuel consumption, and cutting vehicular emissions, aiding efforts to fight Delhi's air pollution. So, the Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari also there, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also interacting with the Shramjeevis there. It is a part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's push to always speak to the people who are actually involved in building the infrastructure of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi always makes it a point to interact with the Shramjeevis. Project after project, Prime Minister Narendra Modi keeps a track of the challenges involved in these projects. So, these two landmark highway projects will decongest the national capital region and ease the flow of traffic in New Delhi. This is the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway, and the second project is the Urban Road Extension Project 2. So, if you talk of the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway, it's a 10.1 kilometer. The Delhi portion of the highway comprises two segments, 5.9 kilometer from the Shiv Murti to Dwarka Sector 21 and 4.2 kilometer to the Delhi-Haryana border. It offers multimodal connections to Yashobhumi, Blue and Orange Delhi Metro lines, Bijavasan railway station and the Dwarka bus depot. And the other project, the Urban Extension Road 2 project, has a length of 76 kilometers overall, and it forms part of Delhi's third ring road and runs from Alipur National Highway 44 southwards to Mahipalpur National Highway 48, passing through Rohini, Mundka, Najafgarh and Dwarka. It includes spurs to Bahadurgarh and Sonipat. So, these roads will ease pressure on Delhi's inner and outer ring roads, arterial junctions such as Dholakua, Mukarba Chowk and others, and of course, support the lower fuel consumption and vehicular emissions, thereby aiding in Delhi's air quality goals as well. These projects significantly uplift Delhi's infrastructure, boosting ease of doing business, improving logistics, lowering transit times and enabling seamless transportation links throughout the national capital region. And it would also mean easy daily travel for commuters and of course for urban planners and environmentalists. The reduced traffic and pollution align with sustainable city goals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to inaugurate these two projects in the national capital today. So New Delhi getting 11,000 crore rupee road push. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta is present on the occasion, and so is Road and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurating two major national highway projects there in New Delhi, the 10.1 kilometer Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway and the key stretch of Urban Extension Road Project 2, built at a combined cost of nearly 11,000 crore rupees. So these are the visuals of these newly constructed Urban Extension Project 2 and the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway. So PM Modi is scheduled to attend the ceremony of these two highway projects inauguration. He's expected to address the gathering actually now. He has reviewed these two projects on site. He has interacted with the Shramjeevis. These initiatives reflect Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of creating world-class infrastructure that enhances ease of living and ensures seamless mobility. So Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini, Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari are present on the occasion. Let's also tell you the Haryana portion of the Dwarka Expressway was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi in March 2024. So there are traffic restrictions today in parts of West Delhi and Rohini today. The road restrictions will continue till 2 p.m. in the afternoon local time. This is because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address scheduled around 12:30 p.m. Let me now go to Dibendu Mondal, who is covering the story for us. Dibendu, what is expected now? Has Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated these two landmark highway projects?
Well, Tanvi, the Prime Minister have already inaugurated certain sections of this expressway/highway project. And the Prime Minister is about to come here where, thousands of people are already waiting for the Prime Minister's glimpse when he will be inaugurating this section where I am currently. This is the Mundka section of the Urban Expressway Part 2, where he will be reaching a short from now. He will also be interacting and, interacting with the people, the locals who have gathered here since morning. Because remember, Tanvi, these infrastructure projects which are being inaugurated by the Prime Minister is, in fact, giving a boost to the connectivity, to the and people who have come in large numbers since.
Dibendu, there seems to be a little problem with your audio connectivity here. We are not able to get a seamless audio here. Request you to check it on your end. So this was our correspondent Dibendu Mondal standing by for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address. This is at the Mundka section of the Urban Road Extension Project 2, UER 2. As part of the central government's push to decongest the capital and speed up travel in the national capital region. Dibendu.
Well, Tanvi, as I was saying, there must have been some audio disruptions. But as I was saying, so these infrastructure projects give a massive boost to the life and livelihood of the people that are living in this vicinity. So I see since morning, here since early morning today, and what I see is like thousands of people have already gathered here to welcome and thank the Prime Minister for giving them a gift of, an expressway like this, which is almost 8 lanes expressway that connects the main city to, that will in fact decongest Delhi as well, because this expressway will be, connecting to Dwarka, to Gurgaon, to Yashobhumi, and, to the eastern part of, in fact, I beg your pardon, to the western part of Delhi. So therefore, this project is one of a very landmark project which had been proposed and planned for a very long time. And this is finally being inaugurated by the Prime Minister this afternoon. Tanvi.
Okay. Dibyendu, the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway complements the 19-kilometer Haryana stretch of the expressway. That stretch was inaugurated by the Prime Minister in March 2024, and it's August 2025, the larger corridor seeming operational now.
Well, of course, these projects were taken up in phase wise. And what we are witnessing today, the part of the inauguration, would be the 10.1 kilometer long section of the Dwarka Expressway, and this has been developed with a cost of about 5,360 crores. And of course, as I said, this is part of the multimodal connectivity vision and project of the government, which, not only connects people through road, but also to different modes of transport and to important installations. This section will also be connecting to the Yashobhumi and the DMRC's orange line of the metro. So, on one hand, this road gets a connectivity to, one of the largest convention centers, which is the Yashobhumi, and also to the metro connectivity of the DMRC, which is Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, that will be further to different parts of Delhi. So, from road, train to metro, these but it is giving multiple modes as well as dimensions for people. You can see the connect from one point of which are not only going to give a boost to to the infrastructure, but also to the
Indeed, Dibyendu, roads, of course, are vital for development. They act as conduits for economic and social progress. Thank you very much for joining us at the moment. We'll stay updated, thanks to you, about Prime Minister Modi's address, which is expected very shortly. Let's head into a short break here at the moment. When we come back, we take a look at other stories from India and the world. Stay tuned to DD India.
Welcome to DD India, where a billion voices unite, connecting viewers to the stories that matter. India is not just another news channel. It's the international channel that puts the spotlight on the global south, bringing you stories from the heart of emerging economies, dynamic cultures, and transformative voices. As the international news channel of India's public broadcaster Prasar Bharati, DD India delivers high-quality content from every corner of the globe, focusing on the stories that shape our future. We don't just report news. We connect you to India's voice in the global narrative, from current affairs to culture, from economic growth to sustainable development, and the ever-evolving world order. DD India gives you a comprehensive view of the world around us. Stay connected, stay informed, and embrace the stories that shape our lives. DD India. India's voice to the world. Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium, we'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I am Tanvi Taneja. India's space hero Shubhanshu Shukla returned to India in the early hours of Sunday after his historic visit to the International Space Station. Shukla, who splashed down off the coast of California on July 15th after an 18-day stay aboard the ISS, was received at the Delhi airport by a host of ministers, ISRO chief and students. Shukla's backup, astronaut Prashant Balakrishnan Nair, also returned to the homeland. India's space glory touches Indian soil. As the proud son of Mother India, astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla landed in Delhi in the early hours of Sunday morning amid applause, pride and patriotism. His return was marked by a tearful reunion with his family and a special distinction for his wife Kamna Shukla, who became the first Indian woman to ever take a call from space. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, ISRO Chairman Dr. V. Narayanan and Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta joined in to honour the astronaut whose journey to the International Space Station etched a new milestone in India's space story. Accompanying him was another equally accomplished Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair, who was India's designated backup for the mission to the International Space Station. Nair was one of the astronauts selected for India's first human mission, Gaganyaan. Notably, the lower house of India's parliament, or the Lok Sabha, will hold a special discussion on India's space journey and Shukla's historic mission aboard ISS on Monday. The house will debate on India's first astronaut aboard the ISS, the critical role of space program for Viksit Bharat by 2047. Overall, Shukla brings back more than memories. His training at NASA, Axiom and SpaceX facilities, along with his mission experience at the ISS, will power India's next giant leap into space, the Gaganyaan human spaceflight mission set for 2027. Shubhanshu Shukla's return is not just the homecoming of a hero, it's the beginning of India's bold new era in space exploration. With Tapas Bhattacharya, Tanvi Taneja for DD India. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi will be on a two-day visit to India from Monday, member of the Politburo of the Communist Party of China. And the Foreign Minister of China, he visits India at the invitation of National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. During his visit, Wang Yi will hold the 24th round of the Special Representatives talks on the India-China boundary question with India's Special Representatives NSA Ajit Doval. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will also hold a bilateral meeting with his Chinese counterpart in New Delhi. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held talks with his South Korean counterpart Cho Hyun in New Delhi on Saturday. The discussions focused on advancing bilateral cooperation in trade, manufacturing, maritime and people-to-people exchanges, as well as new opportunities in artificial intelligence, semiconductors, clean energy and defense. Jaishankar thanked South Korea for its condemnation of the terror attack in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir.
I also want to express our gratitude for the ROK's condemnation of the terrorist attack which took place in Pahalgam on 22nd of April, and the fact that when our parliamentary delegation went to Seoul, I think they got very good meetings. You yourself made an effort to meet them. It's something which we appreciate.
South Korean Foreign Minister Cho Hyun said his country is firmly committed to strengthen ties with India.
Minister, President Lee Jae-myung of our country is firmly committed to strengthening ties with your great country. This was emphasized, as you said, during the summit in Canada, and he personally asked me to convey the best regards to Prime Minister Modi ji.
India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri arrived in the Nepal's capital Kathmandu on Sunday morning. The Indian Foreign Secretary is on a two-day official visit to Nepal at the invitation of the Foreign Secretary of Nepal, Amrit Bahadur Rai. The Foreign Secretary called on Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli in Singh Darbar today. He will call on President of Nepal, Ramchandra Paudel, later on Sunday. The Indian Foreign Secretary will also meet Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba, Leader of Opposition in Parliament Pushpak Kamal Dahal and Foreign Minister Arzu Rana Deuba on Sunday. During his visit, the Indian Foreign Secretary is expected to discuss with his counterpart issues to enhance areas of bilateral cooperation in border security, air flights, the power sector. India and Nepal share strong and friendly ties which have seen concrete progress in recent years in diverse areas of cooperation. India attaches high priority to its relations with Nepal under its Neighbourhood First policy. For 8 years, Akshay Sharma, a young boy from a poor family in Duggan village of Jammu and Kashmir, lived in silence. Born with a cleft lip and palate, he underwent surgery at the age of 3, but still could not speak. His parents, struggling with poverty and unable to afford treatment, had almost lost hope of ever hearing their son's voice. Everything changed when an army doctor serving in the area came across Akshay. Moved by the family's struggle, he carried out basic checkups and found that with proper therapy, the boy could learn to talk. Patiently, he taught him sounds, then words, and finally simple sentences. After months of practice, Akshay began to speak with growing confidence. The first time he called out to his parents, their eyes welled with tears. For them, it was not just a sound, it was nothing short of a miracle. With the aim to boost cruise tourism, the West Indian city of Mumbai will host a conference titled Waterways to Wonder, Unlocking Cruise Tourism on Monday. The conference will be organized by the Mumbai Port Trust in collaboration with the Inland Waterways Authority of India and the Indian Ports Association. The day-long event will focus on the potential of cruise tourism in India and highlight policy initiatives, best practices and strategies for growth. The conference will feature presentations, panel discussions and addresses by dignitaries from India's Tourism Ministry, Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation and other stakeholders. The event will also showcase the achievements and reforms in tourism and ferries through a presentation by the NAVIC Cell number 4. On to weather updates now. First updates from India. In Jammu and Kashmir, at least 4 people were killed after another incident of cloudburst occurred in the North Indian Union Territory on Sunday morning. The latest cloudburst reported in Janglot area of Kathua district. After receiving information of cloudburst, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh spoke to SSP Kathua and inquired about the incident. The minister expressed condolences to the families of the deceased. He also added that the civilian administration, military and paramilitary has swung into action and the situation is being continuously monitored. Apart from casualties, damage has occurred to railway track, national highway and police station of Kathua. The rescue and relief operation at Jammu and Kashmir's Chashoti village in Kishtwar district, where cloudburst caused massive devastation on Thursday, continues on war footing despite certain challenges. The death toll and the tragedy mounted to 58, while more than 75 people are still missing. Over 400 jawans of the Army, NDRF, SDRF, CRPF, JNK Police, GREF, BRO and volunteers from a few NGOs from Kishtwar and Doda besides 28 machines, have been involved in major joint rescue operations. While senior officers are constantly camping at the site and are closely supervising the operations. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha spoke to senior officials and took stock of the rescue and relief operations on Saturday. In a social media post, Lieutenant Governor said that he will ensure the reconstructions of the homes damaged in flash floods. He also directed the senior officials for immediate relief and uninterrupted essential supplies to the affected. India Meteorological Department has issued a red alert for heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places over Madhya Maharashtra, Konkan, Goa and Telangana on Sunday. Extreme rain will persist over some parts of coastal Karnataka, south interior Karnataka, West Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat tomorrow. India's national capital is also expected to witness light rainfall conditions for the next 2 to 3 days. Hurricane Erin has been downgraded from Category 5 to Category 4 storm, with maximum sustained winds decreasing to 140 miles per hour from 160. The storm is currently located about 395 miles east of Grand Turk Island and is moving west-northwest at nearly 14 miles per hour. A turn northward is expected on Monday or Tuesday. The Bahamas, which provides some meteorological services for the Turks and Caicos Islands, issued a tropical storm watch for the British Islands to its southeast. Heavy rainfall is expected through Sunday across the northern Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. Wildfire risks are possible if human-caused sparks ignite parched vegetation and strong dry winds fan the flames. A flash flood in northern China's Inner Mongolia killed 8 people and left 4 missing on Sunday. Search and rescue operations for the missing are still underway, though 1 person has been rescued. As per reports, the flood happened on Saturday night, washing away 13 people on a camping trip. Spain is battling major wildfires that have claimed 7 lives and scorched over 150,000 hectares of land, roughly the size of London. The blazes, fueled by a nearly 2-week heat wave and strong southerly winds, prompted evacuations. Firefighters have been battling to put out blazes across southern Europe in one of the worst summers for wildfires in 20 years. The National Weather Agency warned of extreme fire risk in the north and west of the country, as temperatures are expected to reach as high as 40 degrees Celsius on the north coast and will add fuel to the flames. The wildfires also threatened the 17th century Atalaya fort in Verín, Spain on Saturday. Built as defense against neighboring Portugal during the War of Restoration between 1640 and 1668, the fort did not burn despite the flames scorching the vegetation nearby. Along with Spain, Portugal is also reeling under the wrath of the deadly wildfire. Some residents said that they were left to fend for themselves as wildfires and thick clouds of smoke threatened their homes and possessions. In the residential area of Parish of Arganel, a district of Coimbra, burnt-out vehicles were parked along roads and there was severe damage to property, with small flames still blazing. From Portugal to Spain, Albania and Greece, firefighters are struggling to contain towering walls of flames threatening life and property. Five villages were evacuated on Saturday as a wildfire raged near Gallipoli on Turkey's Dardanelles Strait, where firefighters were battling high winds to quench the blaze. The fire began in the late afternoon in northwestern province of Karnakal and spread quickly due to the wind in the hills. Water tankers, fire trucks, bulldozers and firefighters have been deployed to contain the wildfire. The western part of Romania is under an orange heatwave warning. On Saturday, the hottest temperature of 40 degrees was recorded in Bihar, Arad and Timisoara. The weatherman says the heat will persist in the south of the country until Monday, but in the rest of the regions, the weather will change and there will be atmospheric instability. From the middle of next week, temperatures will rise again, and on Thursday and Friday, they will reach the heat wave threshold again. Torrential rains have sparked intense floods and damaged hundreds of homes in the northeast Nigerian town of Potiskum, forcing many to relocate. No deaths have been reported. Weather authorities in the West African nation had warned just last week that parts of 21 of the country's 36 states were under a flood warning due to seasonal rains. You're watching the Indian News Hour, still to come on the show. Leaders of France, Britain and Germany to discuss the way forward for Ukraine in a video call today. Bolivia is set for general elections on Sunday. Economic crisis, inflation, fuel shortages, top concerns among voters. And anti-government protests continue in Serbia over allegations of police brutality.